All right. Welcome back, guys, to Infinity Flux Gaming, and here is another edition of the unboxing that we like to do. You get to join us this time as we get to form members of the BPRD, or the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, in Mike Mignola's Hellboy universe by Mantic Games. I'm going to unbox it, which comes with a whole bunch of Kickstarter exclusives in the box, and then we're also going to be looking at some of the scenery and some of the other extras that come with it. This is the first one that we're going to do for this one. There's going to be another one coming later as all the Kickstarter stretch goals and expansions come out, I think, in a month or two, hopefully. Other than that, I guess thanks for joining us this time, and let's get open on Hellboy. First, you'll notice, let me set these aside, is this is a big box, okay? That sucker is huge. It's probably about 10 inches tall that way, about 2 feet this way. It's a pretty hefty box, as you can see. But first thing I'm going to show you guys is the stuff that I'm sure is the most interesting, is the Hellboy dice bag. Okay? Which this comes, you can get it with the Kickstarter set that Infinity Flux is selling. So I know that's fancy. This one is actually pretty cool. I might get one myself. It's pretty neat. It is actually a dice tray. So let me show you how this works. If you haven't seen one of these type before, it's nice because you can roll it up to store it, like in the box or wherever you feel like it. But when you open it, it has these 4 snap areas. So you can keep your dice from rolling off of the edge of the table, like I constantly do in the games I play. I end up with dice on the floor all the time. So this is kind of handy. You roll it, it catches your dice, but it doesn't have to take up a lot of space on your shelf because you can undo it. And of course, it's got cool Hellboy art. And then roll it up, fold it, however you want to do it. And that way it's not in the way. So those are those. So now let's get on to the main thing. So, oh yeah, Hellboy. So, this is a hefty box. Yeah. Holy cow. So, let's get started. First off, these are your player character cards. So, I know, again, the most interesting part. Don't worry, I can't let you have all the fun looking at the miniatures just yet. So, here is, if you'll look, they're all the same side on here. On the other side is your characters. So, I see we have several different Hellboys, which I already knew with the campaign, and if you've actually looked at the campaign, you already know. But that's kind of cool. Like, there's plenty of stuff here, plenty of characters. Then we have, this is really cool, a tutorial book. So this is, it says read this first, and this way it lets you kind of get started, set it up. As you can see, it's got picture diagrams. I'm sure this is very, very like beginner stuff for this game, which is really neat because if you've looked at the Kickstarter, you know that this is a 1 to 4 player co-op game. So this is not a competitive game where you're trying to beat the bad guys, not be the bad guys. So it just definitely goes through like a game round. Now, what I really like is how the Hellboy board game rules looks like a comic book. Same size, same all that kind of stuff. So, of course, good old Mike Mignola artwork. I'm going to show you a few pages of it. It's definitely got a lot of stuff in here. This definitely looks like it's got all the rules that you need. It's just more of a, I would probably, like most games, I would read the little, if they give you a little tutorial book, do that first. So when you read this, you're not completely blind as to what's going on. As you can see, though, it looks like it has lots of examples, lots of basic, lots of stuff on how to play the game, and of course lots of awesome Hellboy artwork. It is a solid 31 pages. It's a hefty rule book. Then we've got, hey, a ad for Star Saga and Dungeon Saga. So I don't know if these are new games or old games, but whatever. Then you've got apparently 2 pieces of artwork. As you can see, it is the same artwork. One is in color, one is black and white. There is nothing on the back. I have no idea if these have a use for in the game, because again, I'm just unboxing this. I don't know how to play yet. But here's what's really cool. If you look, plastic tray already designed to hold all your stuff. So, now these, I'm actually not going to open these yet because they're case files. So these are going to be, you want to go through them as you open them. Like I like this, hey, you read this. So it says, yeah, there's supposed to be 6 of these in the box. And it says, don't open them yet. So these are your cases that you're going to be doing. So you don't want to, you don't want to ruin it. Don't want to get ahead. So go ahead and don't open them. And then what's awesome is there's more cases. And then there's, and then you can construct your own cases with this one. See? It's the Archives Case Files Construction System. So, and then of course the ubiquitous baggie. Gotta have baggies. If you're familiar with anything that's by Cool Mini or not, you'll recognize those rings. I'm assuming those are for the different players because it is a 1 to 4 player game. I think these or these are the damage tokens. I know they said they upgraded them, so I don't know which ones are which, but these are kind of neat looking. For my big hands, it's a really small baggie though. So if you want to take a look here, there's that. And then in here is, haha, I get to use my knife again. Bag of black tokens. Bag of multicolored tokens, which I'm assuming are for each player since they are the same colors as the rings are. So I'm assuming this is special ones for each player. Then, lots of little cards. Now, let's take a look at these. Lovely little things to open. Here are the mini cards. So, these are, if you'll look, different artwork. So I'm assuming these are different items. Like that's an encounter card. So different, I'm assuming there are different effects, different items, like, say that says minion. So, or it might be something for building scenarios, I'm not sure yet. Here, I'm not going to open this one yet because it's the same thing. It's just another one. Then here is the Deck of Doom. So these are the cards I'm assuming that we have to face. Hey, look, they actually gave me a pull tab. So, speaking on the cards, though, they are linen finished. So you don't have to sleeve them if you don't want to. I'm still one of those people who's going to end up sleeving them. Because you play the game enough, you're going to ruin the cards. And if you're going to spend that kind of money on it, on a game like this, I would want to keep this looking as nice as long as possible. So I don't want to stick on these cards too much because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. But they are really cool looking. They are, like I said, it's a Deck of Doom. Haha. Open. Alright. This is Alright, so these are enemy cards, enemy decks. And apparently they have their own rules and stuff that go with them. Like, if you'll look here, like, see, new rules. So, these are the different enemies, and they show a picture of the miniature that you'll be using on it. So, the Baba Yaga werewolf. The Conqueror Worm, which is an awesome miniature we're going to see here in a second. Oh, these are bosses. That's what it is. So, and then, of course, rules cards for them. So that's these. And here's more, looks like, oh, this is another deck of Doom. I really like the art on the back. They have, oh, boss behavior. Still don't know what these do yet, but it's probably gonna be pretty cool. I'm sure they can't make it easy for us, you know, it is Hellboy. So that right now is everything that comes in this top tray here. The next thing that I'm going to show you is, is the boards. So this one actually is one big board that punches out, as you can see, but it is super thick. So these are going to definitely really hold up well to play. I like the fact that they are double-sided, so it represents different things. You get quite a few boards here. All of them are double-sided. Definitely look a lot like the artwork from the comic. And of course, what would a game be without cardboard tokens? But if you look, like I said, the quality of this cardboard is like super awesome. You are going to definitely not wear them out too easy unless you know, like, you drown them. And then, alright, and then on to the main show in the main box. Because I'm sure you guys came here to just talk about cardboard and cards and dice. I'm sure you didn't come here for, you know, these bad boys, some of the miniatures. And you know what's awesome is they come in these awesome trays from, I think it's Game Trays who makes these. I'm not positive on this game, but I do like the fact that, as you can see here, there is an actual lid for each one. They definitely look very sure. These are really awesome looking miniatures. Hopefully you can get a good look at that miniature right there. Maybe we should put a white background behind it. I'm not really sure. But I am going to have a friend of mine set up some miniatures so that you can see how they look after we get done showing them. I'm just going to kind of give you an overview. This is some bats. These are actually really, these are impressive looking, honestly. I'm very impressed at how these look. This looks like a, I don't know, either a witch, a ghoul, witch or banshee, probably a witch. And then we've got a werewolf, I'm assuming. A bird of some type. Like, you could definitely do a black wash on these if you didn't want to spend a lot of time painting. The detail would show up super awesome. If you want to paint them, these are definitely well made enough for that, as you can see. Like, I mean, yeah, you don't want to, like, yank it apart, but it's definitely durable. These are not flimsy, and the detail is really, really nice. So you could definitely paint these without any problem. That's tray 1. This is tray 1 of 5, so there's lots of trays coming. Here's some really interesting looking stuff. Because that was kind of your generic enemies, I'm assuming. Let me get this sucker open. Oh, it's still kind of taped. Ah. So there is the tape. Here is a lot of your characters. So this is your characters. There's your good old Hellboy that you know who he is. I mean, that is some really, really good detail if you wanted to paint him. Like this is like miniature gaming quality models here. Here is Horned Hellboy. And like I said, some of these, I don't remember off the top of my head all of them, but some of these are Kickstarter exclusives. So when this game comes out with the regular retail version, some of these won't be in here. And then, I'm not going to go through all these characters just yet. I want to let you guys enjoy them. But there is, some of my other favorites. I do like the fact that they've also got these. I'm not sure how they pertain to the game, but if you notice, it's busts of the characters. So you've got Hellboy here. You've got a few others. Like I said, I'm going to kind of let him pan over. Look at that. And then we will move on to the next one. All right, the next one here is, looks like a lot of your kind of generic looking minions, but it also, finally, we got to the dice. I knew there had to be dice somewhere in this box. I like the fact that they give you a tray for it. Let me break out my knife and cut this tape. Yep. These are really cool looking flames, I'm not going to lie. Like you can actually kind of see light through them. I don't know if you can tell from the camera here, but they're pretty kind of translucent. Swarms of rats. Because every game needs swarms of rats. Really cool little BPRD tokens. Oh, this is neat. This is a bag of terrain pieces. So, no, I dropped something. I'm just going to kind of plop these down. Oh, yeah, these are kind of cool. They're like, I think they're artifacts or just gear. I'm not really sure because I can't imagine that yeah, those are pretty cool. There's about 8 of these tokens here. I'm going to kind of show you that it's got the Hellboy symbol on it, the BPRD symbol. And these go back in here for now. And then, as you see here, panning over, these are kind of just some more bad guy goons type thing. And I'm definitely going to let you see some of these. And then here's the dice. These are all 6-sided. They feel pretty solid. Different colors. I'm sure the symbols mean different things, but as of right now, they are like these are just 6-sided dice. I just like the way they have cool little different symbols on them. Although they're not numbered the same way. Like here's a 1, here's another 1, here's a blank. So these are definitely not numbered like 6-sided dice. Like the highest number on this thing's a 3. Like this one has 2 2s, a 1, 2 3s. So it looks like none of these are going to be standard 6-sided dice. I mean, there's a ×2, little blast symbols. And as I like to do with all games that I'm showing, the dice roll, pretty average, pretty standard. I mean, they're dice. They're not made cheap, so. But I do like the fact that you have a tray to put them in. So if I can get my lid, I will go ahead and put it back on here. And actually I won't because I'm going to show you some of the miniatures. And then the last tray, or not the last tray, but almost. Got to cut some tape here real quick. Looks like your human enemies. So, gas mask guy with a gun. Guy with some kind of rifle. But yeah, these look like kind of your henchmen. your human henchman that you'll be fighting. And here's a bust of Lobster Johnson. If I can get it out. And, you know, of course, a turkey, because, sure. And so I will let you guys look at those some more in a minute when I have them all set up. But for right now, we're going to move on to the last box of miniatures, which is this bad boy here. Here we go. Conqueror worm. Thing is really, excuse me, thing is really big. Conqueror worm, some kind of dragon lizard. I'm guessing that's tentacles. Franken ape. Whatever this is. And I'm thinking the Baba Yaga. So those are some truly massive miniatures for this game. I'm going to have them set up next to the others so you can kind of see scale-wise how big they are. But for right now, let's move on to the last thing. Like I said, this one's not going to be as long as some of my others, because the last thing I have to show you is the scenery. Now, these are an optional buy. They did not come like regularly with the Kickstarter. You had to pay extra for them, but I figured why not. So, because I figure if you're going to play a game with that many cool miniatures, why not have 3D scenery to go with it? So here is the doors, not to be confused with the band. And honestly, this is 2 more bags of the same type of doors, so I'm not going to open those. But there's one set of doors. They're pretty cool looking. You could definitely paint them up if you wanted to. Their plastic's pretty durable, you know. Other than that, I mean, they're doors. But they're nice. I think they're only like, you know, they were only a few bucks. So, and again, all these come if you buy the full Kickstarter set from us. And then the other scenery set. This one's a little heftier. This one's got some more stuff in it. Like here is bookcases. Those are pretty cool looking. Weird looking bookcase. So I'm assuming like you do this for a corner, small bookcase, ladder, desk, stack of books. And then in this one you have this bag. You have, this is really, I mean, they went all out for this kind of stuff, because you can put these on the table. You've got lanterns, you've got benches and tables. You even got like little bowls of food. See? How small that is. Chairs. Cool, you might be able to throw chairs and stuff at the enemy. I mean, literally tankards. And then the last bag. Oh no, I dropped something. Give me a second, I'll get that picked up. Oh, that's pretty cool looking. I'll let you look at that. And you've even got chairs, a mirror, what it looks like, another table. Like I said, they really went to town on these, because they're not too, like I said, they weren't too expensive. I've got one more piece here. Yep, like scrolls and stuff. That's pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for my Hellboy Kickstarter Part 1. So just remember, we're going to have another one whenever the stretch goals and exclusive expansions hit. Sorry. Next, we are going to show you the miniatures, kind of a pan over of a little bit of everything. Obviously not all of them that come with it, so you can kind of see a scale of what the stuff looks like next to the scenery, next to the big monster, so you can kind of get that. And also, as always, thanks for watching. Tune in for more unboxing videos. There'll definitely be plenty to come this year. You know, again, you can pick this game up through us, through our website, through eBay under Infinity Flux, or you can contact us here directly. And you know what? Until next time, guys, have a great day and play more games. Oh yeah, Hellboy.